What is a franchise quarterback, right? We hear this term be thrown out all the time to describe all different kinds of players, and we hear it juxtaposed mainly with a different type of quarterback, which is a game manager quarterback, and we normally hear that in negative terms. From what I've deciphered, the main difference in the common lexicon when we're talking about franchise quarterbacks and game managing quarterbacks in the NFL are you can win with the game managing quarterback. But a franchise quarterback, he can bring you back in the game. He can take a game over. He can always give you a chance to win a game. And we have had little inklings here and there that Baker Mayfield could be that kind of guy, that franchise style of guy. We always knew he was a gunslinger instead of a game manager. But what we learned against Baltimore was that he's the kind of guy who, if you need to win a game offensively, you can rely on Baker Mayfield to do it against some of the best defenses in the NFL, like he did against Baltimore. But why do I feel so confident about that after a loss? Well, we're going to look at that fourth quarter tape of Baker Mayfield and really break it down. We're also going to look at some defensive stuff and figure out why it is that I am so confident that Cleveland has finally found what looks like to be a franchise quarterback. So let's talk about it. All right, guys, before I go down to the Batcave and start breaking down this film like I always do, third video of the week, I got to make sure I give my shout out to the Dog Check tier members on Patreon. And as always, I start with Michael Matique, Greg Ealer, Seth Harrison, Corporal Nick Lopez, Nick Nasty, Mandela Moore, the only Browns fan in Wisconsin, Batman, Jake Phillips, Rush Shear, Barack Kumar, John Alver, Masayua, Budza Roland, Ethan Rindauer, James Nemo, Mac House, Reeve Hertz, Justin Cole, Philip Wilcoxon, Marie Vivert, Timothy McClure, Keith Anderson, Joshua Still, Sean Barron, Gagos Pisano, Dom Gazzulo, Ian Whitaker, Colin 216, Anthony Latham, Christian, Matt Bond, Dave Strong, Michael Stone, Soul Train, Charles Work, Dan in West Texas, Billy, Michael Holdenack, Jared Austin, Moose Gentry, Patrick F., Austin Z., Mark Burnett II, Andre Griffin, Otis Wolf, IT Rex, Austin Bolin, Jesus Serrano, Joshua Paulus, Chris Fawns, Pick Down Browns Backers, Mark Kahn, Max Al Dojo, Beerman 069, SSJ Swift, Andrew Hirsch, Feeling Dangerous 113, Dave Mike May, John Cummings, Robert Germain, Cleveland BCI, Anthony O, Bobo Regretti, Stuart Moore, TJ Showman on cue, Mark M, Jalil Salim Sr., Martha Crusnut, CK, Eric Green, Joseph Stevens, and Water Bear Marketing. Again, guys, thank you so much for that support. The support on Patreon is massive, and it's a massive help for this channel and helps this channel continue to grow and continue to provide things like these film reviews. So again, guys, thank you for doing that. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the fourth quarter of that Monday Night Football thriller. And to do that, I got to jump down to the Batcave and break this film down. A lot to get into, right? And the main thing when we're looking at this Baker Mayfield tape is the answer to that question. What is a franchise QB? What qualifies somebody as a franchise QB? And what kind of plays does somebody have to make to be considered a franchise quarterback? I gave my definition earlier, and I'm going to give you some of the reasons why I think Baker Mayfield kind of definitively proved he was that kind of a guy on Monday Night Football, and I hope he continues to prove me right as the season goes on. But we're going to start with a very franchise quarterback play. 4th and 4. You need to score. You're down, I believe, by like 14 or 15 points here. 4th and 4 on the 21. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Monday Night Football. This is a big-time moment for Baker Mayfield. Let's see what he does. Let's see what happened. Let's see how he responds, and then we'll get into the tape. But 4th and 4 situation, shotgun look. And you see Baltimore does this a lot where they kind of vacate the middle of the field pre-snap so they can hide their coverages. It's usually what they do. Baltimore and Pittsburgh do that a lot. Baker gets rushed pretty much by everybody. And I want you guys to catch what happens here and why this play did not go as planned. Now, this is a look where they're going to pretty much do what they do. It's like a level concept where they have a guy here on the top level, a guy here in the middle level, and then a guy in the flat. and they're going to try to run something underneath all of this because they think Baltimore is going to be in man. So they're going to have Jarvis here, Peoples-Jones here, and they're going to try to run this here like it's a 4-vert underneath, and then he's going to come back. And hopefully if he's in man coverage, that comeback will be open so you can get that first down right there. But look what happens to Harrison Bryant that kind of blows this whole play up. Ball gets snapped, and right there, boom, Harrison Bryant falls. The play is designed for Harrison Bryant. So him falling, not good. Not good at all, right? So you need to now do something now that Harrison Bryant is on the ground. Because, look, this play was clearly designed for him. The clear out, he has that. The guy, look at the linebacker here. Linebacker has no help out or in. So this is a perfect situation again. Look, and see here. See how the linebacker's playing. What you want to see is the linebacker's numbers when he goes for that cut. So he does go for the cut. You get the numbers. And if he can stay on his feet, he's going to be open here because all these guys are manned up. They're going to be way down the field. And then this safety's not going to be anywhere near this play. So that would have been open for a first down. It's a good play call by Kevin Stefanski. Unfortunately, Turf Monster showed up. Turf Monster ate up Harrison Bryant real bad. So Harrison Bryant even stumbles to get back up. Baker sees this. And I like that he doesn't panic here because this play is for him. He sees that he just went down and, boy, everybody else is covered. Your best look is a one-on-one kind of ball where Peoples-Jones doesn't have great leverage there on the outside. And he instead moves out. And while he's moving out to his trusty guy, Rashard Higgins gets lucky or makes a play. I don't know what happened here, but Marcus Peters hits the ground. When Marcus Peters hits the ground, Baker Mayfield gets there, steps up, makes a throw. Look, people are going to say, well, the throw was easy. Yes, the throw was easy because Rashard Higgins ended up being wide open. But how you got to that throw was incredibly difficult for Baker Mayfield here, right? I mean, first of all, you got a dirty pocket. You're going to be dealing with that. They send a bunch of people. Pocket kind of collapses in. They do a good job with it, but the pocket finally collapses in as you see Harrison Bryant take a spill here, right? And again, this play is designed for Harrison Bryant. He is supposed to be able to beat that man and not fall on the ground, but the turf was what it was last night, well, on Monday Night Football. And he falls. Jedrick's doing a pretty good job there against, who is that? Is that Ngakoue? Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job there, but Jedrick gets his back turned. Now Ngakoue can just run straight at him. Baker senses that from behind him, runs out. Takes a great angle here, right? Because old Baker would have just ran around the right tackle and lost, probably got sacked there by Judon, but instead he takes a great angle, steps up there, and then makes a great throw to Rashard Higgins, who made a great play to get open. And Rashard, to his credit, he adjusted. Once Marcus Peters fell down, he saw Baker running out the pocket. He made a great adjustment to get open. That's great chemistry by both Rashard Higgins and Baker Mayfield. But here we go on this third down here. And again, massive play. This is a massive play here. You absolutely need this touchdown. A franchise quarterback does everything he can, just like on 4th and 6, to get this ball in the end zone here. This is what a franchise quarterback, a game manager goes 3 and out right here, and you kick a field goal or you have to go for it and you try to get lucky or you run it 5 times. No, but if you have a franchise quarterback, this guy gets the ball in the end zone here by any means possible. And he had to, right? Because look on the play here. Marlon Humphreys does an excellent job just getting his hands on Jarvis Landry and shutting that down. The secondary for the Ravens held up very well here. It was all up to Baker Mayfield to make a play. And I want you guys to see what he does here, right? He notices that everything's covered. He has no 50-50 ball opportunities. And all he can see here is that he has this linebacker. I believe that's Patrick Queen. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But that might be Patrick Queen. And he sees that Patrick Queen's there. Everybody else is his man covered. So, I might be able to run, but I got to make sure I get some leverage on Patrick Queen here. Also, notice this guy right here is about to have a free run at Baker Mayfield if he doesn't get rid of that ball or get out of there right now. So Baker Mayfield does make a play here, right? He fakes the ball. He fakes the pump fake. Look what that pump fake does. He does the pump fake, and then watch this linebacker. He jumps. That's going to give him just enough space. And then look at Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt absolutely crucial here. Baker creates that space with the linebacker, gets him on the other side of the hash, moving backwards. This guy 40 is about to get him, and then look at Kareem Hunt with a nice little block here. Again, watch this area. Kareem Hunt frees this up for Baker because that guy would have ran Baker down. You know, no disrespect to Baker, but he can get ran down pretty easily. But Kareem Hunt frees him up, and Baker does the rest, takes a good angle to get this touchdown. And then look at Harrison Bryant even doing a little bit of a box out here to make sure nobody can come up on him. Gets rid of Chuck Clark on that play. That's a play made by the entire team. But Baker Mayfield also made a play on that to get free. And you're going to see it more here when he does the punt fake. Watch Patrick Queen. Look where Patrick Queen is. He's kind of spying on this play a little bit here, or at least underneath zone here, worried about the running back. And Baker pump fakes him, gets him further out right. He runs away from this guy. Kareem Hunt gets that block, almost takes out his own offensive lineman, by the way. Jack Conklin ended up being okay, but almost took him out. And Baker Mayfield scores, slides, and throws that ball into an oblivion. That's great stuff right there. All right, now we're going to get to the defensive side of the ball. We had fun. We looked at Baker. We proved he's a franchise quarterback, all that fun stuff. Now let's look at the stuff that's flaws. Let's diagnose this stuff, right? First, this isn't a flaw. This is just a Sheldon Richardson appreciation play. I want you to see how he dominates on this play. Let me highlight him for you guys. That's Sheldon. Look how well Sheldon does here. Sheldon Richardson, worth the money. Worth the money. Underrated. Swim moves this guy, gets rid of, that's two guys. That's Myles Garrett type stuff, right? Swim moves, that's classic Sheldon right there, right? That's New York Sheldon Richardson. He swim moves a guy, spins, he shakes off this one, and then still gets the tackle for loss. Absolutely huge. Sets up a 3rd and 10, and now you're about to watch me be mad at Joe Woods. Because this, I don't understand this. I was not mad at Joe Woods after the game because I did not have access to this footage yet. But seeing how he played some of these downs, I'm a little upset with Joe Woods and some of the decisions he made. Now, I granted, he's not playing with the full deck out there. I understand that. But some of these choices are just fundamentally bad no matter who you have out there. And this one, I just don't understand it. You're in a 3rd and 10 situation. You know, you have Trace McSorley out there at the quarterback position. It's not Lamar Jackson. He has limited arm strength. And look how conservative and soft, and I'm not meaning soft in a physical way. I mean soft as far as like not being up on the wide receiver. Look how much distance is between these receivers and the secondary. They're playing a far back zone. Like these guys are covering downfield at this point. They're not even covering the first down marker. And it's Trace McSorley. He can't throw the ball deep. I don't know if they know that or not. I would have liked to see them actually, for the first time all game, go with the blitz here. Play more aggressive. Tell Trace McSorley to beat you with his arm. But instead, they play soft coverage, and they pretty much just gift wrap this first down to Willie Snead here because look how far off they're all playing. They're scared to death of being beat deep like it's Lamar Jackson on the field. I don't understand this call. It's frustrating. Look, you got Malcolm Smith just not doing nothing. This is how useless this coverage is. Malcolm Smith's not doing nothing. The whole middle of the field's not doing nothing. You're worried that Marquise Brown is Tyreek Hill in this situation. He's not. You're fine. You can cover him one-on-one. And, you know, you give him this wide open window. And I could be madder at Malcolm Smith for this because I don't understand what he was doing. Was he the spy for Trace? Like, are we keeping the same calls in for Trace McSorley that we're going to keep in for Lamar Jackson? I don't get this at all. But even then, you got the flat route here, 36. He's worried about Marquise Brown, so he's all the way back here. And then you got 3 guys deep past the first down marker. You got to take advantage of when Baltimore does not have Lamar Jackson on the field. You had to blitz in this situation. If Trace McSorley beats you, Trace McSorley beats you. But take the gamble that he's not going to beat you. Instead, you're in this soft coverage. You're giving up a massive window right here to Willie Snead right there. You got Malcolm Smith spying, so he's nowhere near anybody to make any kind of play at all. And also, this is wide open. This is wide open. This is unacceptable. This is an unacceptable play call. This is just terrible. Look, he didn't even get to move his feet at all. Wide open. And wait till you see the end zone camera of Malcolm Smith just not moving. Just absolutely not moving. And it's not Malcolm Smith's fault. They told him to spy Trace McSorley. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. This is a terrible call. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why not rush him? Why not play a little tighter? Why not be a little bit more aggressive here? And it's really going to make you scratch your head when you see what they did later on in this game, which is this play. Lamar Jackson, he's back on the field. All of a sudden, Joe Woods wants to be aggressive. What? Where was this on 3rd and 10? Like, they do this on 3rd and 5 when Lamar Jackson's on the field, but where was this in 3rd and 10? And since you're blitzing with Lamar Jackson, he has so much gravity the second he breaks that pocket. Look at all that gravity. Everybody runs into each other, freaks out, because what are they going to do if Lamar breaks contain? It's a blitz. And then, boom, what you were worried about happening on 3rd and 10 happened. And it happened because Lamar Jackson was on the field. It wouldn't have happened on 3rd and 10 because Trace McSorley was on the field. It's a blooper. That's a blooper by Joe Woods. I gave him a lot of benefit of the doubt after the game, but watching these two plays back to back, it makes me frustrated. That's the philosophy that went there. But yep, that if you're wondering how all of this happened, it's because they called the two wrong play calls. They should have been in what they were in 3rd and 10 on this set, but they weren't. And they should have been in what they were in 4th and 5 on the last set. But Joe Woods chose 3rd and 10 to be super conservative and not aggressive. And that's the biggest issue with Joe Woods. He can't play call well in situations at times, and it cost you. It was all the Tennessee game in the second half. Here it's at again. Being aggressive at the wrong time and being way too conservative at the wrong time results in Hollywood Brown, of all people, scoring a touchdown. And maybe I'm missing something. If somebody can make it make sense to me in the comment section, let me know. But here we go. Baker Mayfield. Time to get happy again. Baker Mayfield proving he's a franchise quarterback. 2 minutes left, timeout. How many times has it been like Brandon Wheaton with the 2-minute drive that we were like, we have no shot to get down the field? Baker Mayfield is the exact opposite. You're worried he might get down the field too quick. And I've heard this criticism. They got down the field too quick. Well, that's a good problem to have, right? You kind of hope your defense does a little bit better than they did. And I'm going to show you why the defense was so awful. But Baker uncans one right here, lets it loose to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Just a beautiful, beautiful throw. We see him do this to his taller receivers a lot. Great pocket awareness, great mobility, great arm strength. Baker Mayfield showing you why he was drafted #1 overall with a good throw here. Look at that. Great throw. Great catch by Donovan Peoples-Jones. You want to see him get more consistent, but once he does, he might be a good piece for this offense. Now you go to this play right here. I just want to highlight the pocket awareness by Baker Mayfield on this play. This is very good pocket awareness. You know, the pocket gets a little dirty here, closes in on him. He steps up, around, and then boom, finds Kareem Hunt. And Kareem Hunt goes on a nice long run there. That's the evolution of Baker Mayfield in his offense. Being comfortable, being able to move around, not panic, know where everybody's at, and make those plays. That's what Baker Mayfield has done very well. That's where he's evolving, and this is where you get to that franchise quarterback type level stuff here where Baltimore does win these pass rushes, right? Both Jedrick and especially Jack Conklin get beat. Baker steps up, though, makes a play. Finds his guy, finds the open spot, makes a play. That's what you want to see out of him. All right, time to be mad at the defense again. This one I want to point out. There are two players who had especially bad games. Obviously, MJ Stewart, but I'm not going to pick on him because he's not supposed to be out there. He's only out there because of the amount of injuries that are there. So I don't feel good about picking on him. But two players who are definitely supposed to be out there are B.J. Goodson and Carl Joseph, and they were atrocious all game last game. Now, B.J. Goodson, I'll get the benefit of the doubt. He has not been bad all season. This was his first, like, truly awful game in quite a while. But he gets caught with his pants down here. He just does not pay attention. They kind of sneak out Mark Andrews underneath. They fake like he's blocking. Then Mark Andrews sneaks out. BJ does not see Mark Andrews sneak out. He's late. Caught with his pants down. Caught with his pants down. And then, you know, make matters worse, he misses the tackle. You know, that's not good. That's the first play that allowed them to get close to field goal range that they should have made, right? That's a mistake by B.J. Goodson right there. Got caught with his pants down. You can say Baltimore had a better scheme. I'm just going to say B.J. got caught with his pants down. This one is a little bit more unacceptable, and I'm going to put this one on everybody. This is just bad here. So, one, you're going to see MJ Stewart cover Mark Andrews. And a lot of you guys are like, what? Who's on Mark Andrews? Yeah, MJ Stewart's on Mark Andrews in an absolutely critical portion of the game. Why is your worst corner on their best receiver at this point? I don't know. Why is Mark Andrews not double covered at this point? I don't know. Let's ask Carl Joseph, who on this play sees Mark Andrews, and he clearly sees this, right? He has to see, yo, that's 36 on Mark Andrews at this point in the game. That's a problem. I got to do something about that. Hey, I'm in position to do something about that. But what does he do? He's worried about Picard. He runs out there and worries about, is that Picard? Is that the Luke guy who dropped that touchdown in against the Steelers? I don't know who that is, but whoever that is not Mark Andrews. So his attention should have stayed on Mark Andrews. And again, bad call here. You got the deep safety out here virtually doing nothing. Again, wasted space. You got Malcolm Smith on a spy for Lamar here. I don't hate that. But it looks like Carl Joseph sees Malcolm Smith in the spy there and thinks he's in coverage. So he's like, okay, I'm free to go run at this other tight end, when he probably just, should have made the gamble, stuck on Mark Andrews, because we know Lamar loves to go Mark Andrews in those situations. And, Mark Andrews catches the ball. That puts him in field goal range. Justin Tucker comes out. We knew what time it was. But that's what happened in this game. You get another look at it from the end zone. It just, Malcolm Smith standing right there, and then, he's in play. He's in position to make that play. Just doesn't. And you can argue whether he should have been worried about it or not. I guess it's Willie Snead. He should be worried about it more than I gave him credit for. Maybe I'm just frustrated. I don't know. But some of these issues on defense have to be fixed. And I don't know how you fix them, especially with the personnel you have here. But that's my thoughts on what happened on Monday Night Football. Baker's a franchise quarterback. Also, Denzel Ward and Ronnie Harrison desperately need to come back for this defense, because they make up for a lot of the lack of speed and awareness on this defense. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section below. From the Bat Cave, have a great day. Have a good night.